The ultimate Zillow tutorial to find wholesale real estate deals. In today's video, I'm going to share my screen with you. We're going to open up Zillow together, and I'm going to share with you the filters I use on Zillow and also drill into some of the properties, look at the pictures, look at the signs of distress that I will look for to see if this is a deal, and also other factors around wholesaling real estate with on market properties. Make sure you all subscribe to this channel. A lot of you all watch my videos but are not subscribed. Please hit that subscribe button. All right, so I'm here on Zillow and I'm in Huntsville, Alabama. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just on for sale, and then I'm going to actually expand it more because right now we have around 1,500 properties. I'm just going to click this one off so we can expand it more, because a lot of times when you put in a city, a lot of investors go out right outside that city. So it's good to look at other properties outside that city. One thing that you can do also right here on Zillow, and this is me showing you all the different tools I use on Zillow in order for you all to use the same tools to find these properties. I will draw a line because maybe I may not want to go all the way here, but I may want to be around here still. So what I'll do is I'll just draw a circle, a nice big circle, and then I'll do that. So I still have a good amount of properties right here. And so I'll like to sort it by newest. And then from there, these are the different tools I can use. I can say, hey, I'm starting out in wholesaling, or I've done a few deals. I know that people who are in the 1 million plus range do not want to wholesale their properties. Huntsville, Alabama, it's a southern state. It's not a high cost of living area. These people, they're not going to want to wholesale. Luxury housing is not so attractive. Like, they do sell, but they sit longer in the market. And so there's not a lot of buyers in that market. I'm trying to find something quick that I can sell, that I can make 5, 10, 15 grand on. And, I know a larger property, I can make more money, but it's going to take longer. And there's more difficulties with that. Let's say I put like 500,000, right? I'm just looking for a base hit right now. I'll just put 500,000. So right now it's 43.79. Let's see how down it goes. Okay, so it goes down to 33.80. So it went down a good amount. All right. Next thing is we can look at beds and baths. Let's say I want to wholesale properties that are at least 3 bedrooms. You can do that, or exactly 3 bedrooms. And then it doesn't matter as long as they're a bathroom. But for today's video, we're not going to use that. Property type. Now, let's say you don't want to wholesale a condo. You can take that out, right? Or I don't want to target lots or lands or apartments or manufactured homes, multifamilies, or even townhomes. What I really want to target is just single family homes. So we're around 2,800 with that. So we're around 3,300. Now we're down to 2,800. And this is something that we kind of want to do. We want to make our list smaller and smaller and smaller. Now we go into filters. And then another thing is that you all make folders, right? So you can add a property, right? Or you can have a search list. So save search. So let's say I do all of this after we go through the filters. You can click save search. And then from here, it'll open up save search. And then you can name your search like under 500K Huntsville. Something like that. Something simple. And you can have them never update you. Or if you want them to update, you can. So, but we're not going to do that for right now. And then from there, we're going to go to filters. And this is where you'll find your properties. Any HOA, it doesn't matter, honestly. Owner posted, or it can be agent posted. Now, if you only want to look for sale by owners, we can do that. So let's just click off agent listed, new construction, foreclosures, auctions, and we'll just look at for sale by owners, because this is a great list that you can target because you get to go directly to the seller. And I think a lot of times when people think on market, they just think working with an agent. No, on market sometimes is working with a seller in that particular market that you can work with. So we're just going to apply that right now. And we're going to look at some of these houses for sale by owner. Now, what I want to do, I want to go to the bottom of the list because these have been listed for a longer period of time. So for example, this property right here has been listed. Let's see how long it's been listed. 88 days, right? But this seems renovated for house for sale. And it seems like last time it was sold was 125. Now they're asking for almost double it. And they're not lowering the price at all. So they may not be a good seller because it's renovated. It looks good. Now I'm just quickly looking through some of these photos to see if there's any signs of distress, because that's what you're looking for. So you have this property, but yeah, this may be a property. Even I think with this property, they may be asking for too much, but according to this picture, it looks like it may need some updates. Let's see what they say. Open floor plan, 4th bedroom, detached. This may be someone you may target. And the thing is, their number is right here for you to call. I think this person is probably asking too much. That's why it's been listed. So this is another property. All right. They're probably asking too much, but this is another property you can target. This is an updated property, so I probably wouldn't even target a property like this. So I look through the photos, see if it's a property that needs some renos. So let's open this one a little bit. They did highlight the floor over here. And so this is what I'm doing. So make sure you all take note of the process. So maybe they refinished the floors. They don't look that good. Dark pictures. I mean, the property's clean at least. So this could possibly be a deal. And another thing I look for is like, okay, when was this property last sold? So it was last sold in 2020. So they do have equity in this property, obviously. And so, yeah, this may be a property that I may target because this may be a deal that you have a cash buyer in that area that wants to rent out a house like this. So that's what I would do. Now, these other properties, as we go up the list, they haven't been listed as long as I want. And so that's another thing. You want to make sure they've been listed for a while. So there's some signs of distress, like they're ready for just an offer. And so I'm just looking at these properties, looking at the photos. This may be a property, 185. It's in Huntsville. They did a price cut recently. It's been listed for 48 days. It has great income, currently written at 1,400. This is a great deal, actually. I mean, 185 for a property and they're renting it out for 1,400. If you can get this down to 140,000, that hits the 1% rule. You see, they've been trying to sell this for a little bit and they're renting it out for 1,400. And then I kind of look at the neighborhood, see if I can see the outside of it. Seems like a nice, quiet street, possibly working class, maybe B minus, C plus area, maybe C plus area. We never know. And they might be on Section 8. And so you read more, you read about it. Investors welcome without negotiations. That's what they say. Interested cash buyers only. Home is being sold as is. I mean, you can say no negotiations, but you dropped it 15K, so you can still negotiate. But yeah, that's something I would look for. Now, let's look at working with agents, right? Let's put these agent listed homes. And so for right now, we'll keep all of these off and not even click them. So from here, let's say square footage. In the same way we put a maximum of 500K, let's say we don't want to wholesale a huge house, right? Let's say we just want something under 2,500 square feet or under 3,000 square feet. I'll just keep it maximum square feet of that amount. You can put the land the same because people do like land. We'll keep that for right now, but what we can do, maximum 2 acres. We'll just do that for right now. If you want only single story homes, you can do that because they are more attractive. They have better value and whatnot. And then from there, and then you can do year built also. So let's say you're looking for an older house. This is another key thing that I like to do. I like to put like 1980s and before. And then from there, these are some of the things I like to put: TLC, investor, needs work. I have all of these already saved because I put in the work. I'm looking for deals all the time. And it may not be for wholesaling, it may be for, hey, I want to flip a property. I want to hold it as a rental. That's what I'm doing now. Well, as you can see, there's no keywords for needs work. So let's say if we put investor in here, So we look at some of the properties that they have. And then I put newest to oldest. So I like to go down to the last one because they've been listed for the longest amount of time. And I like to look through the property, see if there's any photos to suggest that it's signs of distress. And this has been listed for over 642 days. Sometimes when it's that long, I think it may be there on accident. So I usually ignore those. But here's another property. It looks updated though. So this may be listed at the right price. You have another property right here, semi updated or whatnot. So a lot of these are updated properties though, because we're trying to find some that needs work. And a lot of these don't need work. You know what I mean? So that's what I look for. And even if it's just a rental, you can do that. All right, so you have this house right here. They have no pictures. And they say first time home buyers, all of this. So this may be an interested lead and it has zero save, so there's no interest. And so people are not looking at this because it has no photos, whether they're investors or regular homeowners. And so the price may be too high, first of all, but still, this is a property that you can target. You're not going to ask for 150,000. You may have to go down to $190,000 for this property and work with the agent. But the last time it was sold for 30,000. And so if you can offer this person 90,000, that's 3x what they bought the property for. And then you can wholesale it for 100 grand. So stuff like that, you have to look at those signs of distress. This is another house. So all of these houses look decent. So another filter that I like to do is just put TLC. Let's see if there's any TLCs in here. Okay, so we got some TLCs. I think we saw this one. But yeah, like this property may need some updates for sure. And especially when they say sold as is, they're looking for an investor. So that's another keyword you can put, as is or sold as is, right? And so this is a property. I'll look into the comps, but $200,000. It's over 2,000 square feet. It's 4 beds. And yeah, this is a property that I would possibly look at and see if I can wholesale. Now you have to work with the agent. Obviously, you have to say, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to better the community and I work with investors. I need this clause in my contract as to say, hey, this contract is assignable because I have cash buyers I work with and this is what I'm doing. If you're familiar, if you know, you'll still get paid your commission and everything, but this is where we're at with this because obviously the commission comes from the seller. And so you have to explain to the agent all of this and that you do this and whatnot. But yeah, that's essentially how I would use Zillow and wholesale real estate and to find deals. And I actually showed you all some photos and whatnot. So I hope you all subscribe to this channel, like this video, and comment down below, and I'll talk to you all later.